Everything. Can you hear me okay, by the way?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. Oh my gosh, you look
I'm
so...
sweating a lot. I'm sweating a lot because it's very hot here.
Is it humid?
Yeah, it's not humid like it is in North Carolina, like it is in Carteret County, but it's humid for sure. Yeah, and it's interesting. It hasn't been that hot, and then the last couple of days it's gotten really hot, which is good. So we've been lucky.
I'm so excited to hear everything about it. Can you give me I know we're going to dive into just some things you've been doing and the Paris experience that you had and everything, but what's been like your top favorite thing so far? I know you still have a little time left, but I'm just so excited.
I know I've missed you guys so much. And I think it's just been good to have some perspective and kind of be away a little bit. And it's interesting. I think one of the things that's been the hardest thing has actually been the best thing, which is that, everybody's traveling right now. Everybody's traveling this year. And so it's tough. I went 3 days without my bags. It's just, you kind of have to just say, okay, well, there's nothing you can do about it.
What
right?
did you do?
So I think that's actually been the best.
Like you didn't have your
it was hilarious.
or your lotions or your...
I didn't have anything.
That really stresses me out.
For 3 days.
Oh my gosh. But you made it.
Yeah. But it turned out, it really worked out to be totally fine.
Okay, good.
It really did. And so it was just a good experience, just to kind of figure out how to roll with it.
I love that. That's good perspective.
Can you hear me?
I can. You were going in and out for a second, but I can hear you again.
I know, and you're frozen on my end. So what do you think?
I think we're fine. I can hear you fine. It's just sometimes your face just glitches a little bit. We're okay. Everything's fine. So what time is it there right now? It's 8 a.m. here. It's 3?
Okay, it's 3:30. 3:30. Yeah.
I love that. Okay. It's very confusing having the time change, but I'm glad we could connect. I know this is something we can look back on eventually and be like, oh yeah, that's the episode where you were in Greece. So will you let everyone know where you are exactly right now? That would be important.
Yeah. Okay. So what we wanted to do is just to kind of connect. I just miss all you guys, you and everybody who's there. It's just, anyway, it's been awesome. But I had the opportunity to go and speak at the Paris Keller Williams Market Center last week, which was fantastic. Sally went with me and we had a ball. She'd never been to Paris before, of course. And it was awesome. It was just really fun. It was hot, Meg, really hot in Paris, like hot. Like I'm pretty sure I'm going to burn the clothes that I wore there, but it's fine.
No.
And but it was, again, it's like one of the things where you just kind of have to say, okay, let's just roll with it. So it was really good. And then Chip and Walter met us here with a couple of other families. And we are in Hanya, which is on Crete. And so it is just this amazing little island. It's this little harbor that's right on the water. Just the coolest, the nicest people. It really, seriously, the town reminds me the area reminds me of Carteret County.
Yes.
Because you've been.
I have. And where you are now was my favorite place that we stopped. We weren't there for long. So I'm living vicariously through the pictures I'm getting from you. So it's awesome. Yeah. I'm so excited for you. So how long are you going to be there from now?
Okay. So actually today we go from Hanya to Athens. And so then we're going to spend a few days in Athens. We're going to do like a couple of tours and kind of soak that city in for a couple of days. And then we'll be home on Monday.
Amazing. Well, we can't wait for you to be home, but also very excited to hear about the rest of your trip.
It's been great. It's been really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
So MC, I know you touched on the presentation in Paris. I'm curious if you could, if you wanted to fill us in kind of what you talked about. I know you and I worked a little bit on, the premise of the presentation, but I think it could be helpful to anyone listening, whether they're in real estate or not.
Yeah, it was really a good presentation. It was really cool. So it was not a huge group. It was a great size group. And we just presented on, basically a lot of it was marketing based, as you know, and just essentially how to communicate with your clients and how to communicate with people so that you're staying in great relationship with people, even when they're not in the process of buying or selling a house. Yeah. So that was really fun. We talked to them about how much we love our community, just like they do. And how do you make sure that you're supporting the businesses in your area? Or, and of course, if you're in Paris, it's really your neighborhood, right? It's not your city.
Right. Yeah, that'd be difficult.
And the events that they're having and that kind of thing. Yes, that's right. That's right. And so they were so interested, and they asked the best questions, and it was interesting because I think there were some cultural differences which were fascinating, kind of. I think that they are much more, I think we're so much more laid back, and so much more I think we communicate a whole lot more in a very direct way, whereas they are more like a rigid kind of business, transaction-y kind of a thing.
I feel like it'd be
I know. And
different.
so I didn't understand that until it was not. It was not. So that was really a cool thing. And they were interested in kind of, so it's interesting to kind of tailor what we were talking about to what their cultural norms are. And but they were just wonderful. And so it was such a great experience. They were awesome.
I love that.
It
And
was really good.
I feel
Yeah.
like um I know you presented on the concept, and we talk about it all the time here, of being the hero versus the guide. And I feel like anyone watching or anyone who is listening, it's kind of universal across all cultures, like positioning yourself. And, if you're a business, you're not the hero here. You're just guiding your clients or your customers along their journey. So I think that message is really important no matter what location you're in. So that's really
That's
neat that you
right.
got to present on that. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah. It was
Good.
really good. It was really fun. Yeah.
Good.
I loved it.
Good.
Yeah. So Paris ended up just being a wonderful experience. The morning that we left, we rode bikes to the Eiffel Tower before we flew out to Greece. I know we rented those little e-bikes, which was terrifying. I mean, of course, Sally just kind of zooming around, and I'm like, but it was really good.
I love it.
It was
Did you
so
see
fun.
the Eiffel Tower
Yeah.
at night by chance?
We did not this trip. We did not.
It's just as pretty during the day though, so it's fine.
I know. I feel bad. I got to see it at night the last time I was in Paris. I've only been, this is the second time I've been, but I got to see it. Sally did not. And so I'm dying to know, Meg, what happened with the Big Rock? How did things wrap up? Because I was gone, haven't even researched it. I don't even know what's going on.
Yes, so it is all wrapped up, tied up with a bow. It was awesome. I feel like it was the busiest on the waterfront it's been in the past couple of years. Obviously, with COVID and everything, the past couple of years it's been a little more difficult. They've been having to wrangle the crowds and stuff like that. But this year it finally felt like a little bit back to normal. But it was really neat. The winning boat, they broke an industry record for the most money won for a single Blue Marlin. So it over $3 million. Mm-hmm.
Darn, man, that's amazing.
Really,
Where was the boat based?
I could be completely wrong. Virginia, maybe.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
East Coast. I love that.
Fact check me below, but they brought the first fish in. They were the heaviest the whole time, and it was really neat. Michael Jordan again was here, which was great. He weighed in a dolphin. But I think this year, what I really loved, and I'm not sure if you were able to catch some on Facebook while you were traveling, but the technology side of it, they live streamed everything. Everything was just seamless the way they did it. I know the Big Rock has some great, technology partners that are local and national and stuff like that. But I think they just did a really great job of making sure people who couldn't be on the waterfront could experience Big Rock, like different camera angles and like a drone. Like it was really, really awesome. They did a really great job.
That's really neat.
Yeah,
that's good. And I feel like they do such a great job anyway, but they're getting better and better every year.
They really are. And it's just spreading. So really excited for years to come. One of our friends, Mary Cheatham, Maddie, is now the executive director, and this was her first year. And I actually
cool.
dinner with her earlier this week, and she just seemed so happy with everything. I mean,
she's got to be relieved too. Let's be honest.
Absolutely.
She's got to feel proud, and she's got to feel so good about it. Yeah,
absolutely. So
good. I'm so glad. I hated to miss the end of that, but that's so great.
I know. But I mean, you're in a pretty place too. So we each had our pretty views. They were a little different, but that's okay.
That's right. That's exactly
now,
right.
Before we roll into, wrapping things up, will you tell us about Jake Gyllenhaal?
Yes. So we were at dinner at this little teeny place in Paris, and Jake Gyllenhaal, he was sitting directly across from us, with his girlfriend, who's apparently French. I didn't know that. We did a lot of mad Googling at that night, kind of scoping things out. But apparently she's French. I think she goes to Columbia. So she's younger, which I know is shocking to everyone. And she was, they were adorable. So there you go.
Wow. Have you seen any other famous people while you've been there?
No,
No.
no, I'm not seeing anything. But I will tell you that I think I was telling you this. One of my biggest lessons that I have learned, and I referenced this, our bags were gone for a few days. And I think just kind of letting go, I can be a little bit of a control freak and just kind of letting go and kind of letting things, kind of living a little. We ended up going scuba diving. Our family just got scuba certified
So
over
cool.
spring break. And so we wanted to dive somewhere else. So we went diving here in Hanya. And we had this Spiros, this dive guide. Oh my God. Well, he pulled Chip aside for our second dive and said, will it be okay? This is kind of the best spot for us to anchor. The boat happens to be at a nude beach. And so we
I must know what
we
happened.
ended up, oh my God, it was just hilarious. I mean, I said, Sally, she was like, Mom, it's too late. It's too late. And I was like, okay,
Oh, no.
just look at me.
She can't unsee the things she's seen on this trip.
It was so funny. I mean, it was hilarious. And then actually just today, there's a hammam. Like the coolest thing, I'm sure you remember this, Meg, about Hanya. We did this walking tour the first day we were here. And because it's this island, it's underneath Greece, it's part of Greece, but underneath it, it's in the middle of all these trade routes. So it's been conquered like a bazillion times by all these different people. So it's been Greek, Roman, Ottoman, Byzantine, Venetian. So all these cultures are just layered on top of each other, and the architecture and it's amazing. And so there is still a hammam left here. It's like a Turkish bath from when the Ottomans had it. And so I went earlier today to the Turkish bath and I did not know what to expect. There was a big language barrier. It was amazing. I mean, they basically just like put you on this marble slab and like just put all these bubbles, and they scrub you and they wash your hair. I mean, anyway, needless
That
to
makes
say,
me so excited.
yeah, it was really, I mean, I was a little bit nervous, but then I thought, I mean, we haven't had any luggage. We've been to a nude beach by accident, and
This is
and I went to the Turkish bath, and so I think that's kind of my big takeaway. It's been a really good adventure, and I think that's really. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what's saving my life. I think what's saving my life is having these adventures with my family. It's really cool because none of the four of us have ever been to Greece, and so being here together and seeing all these new places, and it's just been really wonderful. So
I absolutely love that. And I love the concept of, just letting go. That rolls into the thing that's saving my life. I think you'll relate to this a lot, traveling and stuff like that. But I saw this quote today. Bob Goff, I'm not sure if you've read any of his stuff.
I love him. Yes.
His books are great. They're so easily digestible and just love little nuggets from it. This is a quote from him. It says, living a life fully engaged and full of whimsy and the kind of things that love does is something that most people plan to do, but along the way, they just kind of forget. Their dreams become one of those "we'll go there next time" deferrals. The sad thing is, for many, there is no next time, because passing on the chance to cross over is an overall attitude toward life rather than a single decision. So the whole concept of letting go, or letting go of a routine or something like that, is something that's been on my mind the past couple of weeks. Just saying yes to things that you normally wouldn't say yes to, because it's out of your routine, or it doesn't fit kind of into the plan you have for that week or that month or something like that. I think just mixing it up and doing something a little bit different sometimes, as you're doing, you guys are all traveling. I just think it's so important. And that quote just really, I loved it.
It's a really good one. I think it's so hard to find that balance between, because we've all got things that we have to get done. And we've all got things that, make your life work better. I'm a routine person. I know you are too. And they're those things that make your life work better. But just like we were talking about before I left, that I was, instead of going to the 5 a.m. workout, I was going to the 6, and it was making the biggest difference. I was getting an extra hour of sleep. The world didn't fall because I was awake for 1 hour less per day.
Right.
I think it's really good. I think summertime's such a great time to kind of explore that and figure out, okay, if I change this, maybe it's going to open everything up. Maybe the world's not going to collapse. So I think that's really good. I love that quote. That was a really good one.
Yeah, it is. And I totally agree. I think it's definitely a balancing act, and it takes some trial and error, but once you figure it out, it's all worth it. So yay. Well, I'm so glad I got to see your face.
I'm so glad. Please tell everybody, hey, I know y'all are getting ready to go to team meeting. I hate I'm not there.
Yes. So we're hopefully it's quiet behind me, but I will let everyone know you said hey, and just I can't wait to see you next week. But also enjoy the rest of your trip.
Thank you. I hope everybody has a great Friday. Everybody has a great weekend, and I'll see you guys next week.
Bye, MC.
Okay. Bye.